welcome to the National Capital Curling Center.
Let's start once more, because
Yes.
it took a moment for
Did
it
it?
to start, but it is now running.
Well then, well everybody, welcome to the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club and the GNCC Mixed Playdowns. This is essentially the Eastern Region qualifier for the U.S. National Mixed Championships held in Denver, Colorado later this year. I am Joe Hotshot Tony Rockenbach, and on the mic with me is David Mather. How you doing today, David?
Good. How are you, Joe?
I'm very well. I know you've been watching a lot of these games so far. You've been working the cameras a lot. What do you think of the quality of the curling this weekend?
We were commenting this morning. I mean, there were some incredible shots that we just marveled at and couldn't believe the calls when we saw them and then when they made the shots. So Janine and I spent a little time musing over our decade or two of practice due before we're able to do something like that. It is fun to see, and
yeah,
I hope
sure.
you get to see some of the same things with this game.
I think we will. We have two very talented teams, although I guess, we were talking earlier about the depth of the field, so I guess every team is pretty talented. But in this case, we got two very talented teams, North Carolina battle. Nick Vishnich playing under the Charlotte Curling Club flag, although they do have a member, Haley Rohrabacher, who plays out of Pittsburgh. And they're going to be taking on Murray Jackson out of the Triangle Curling Club. We'll talk during the broadcast about some of the talent that's on the ice. But I'll say right now, we know that Nick and Alex are former gold medal winners of the United States Arena Club Championships, and Haley is a bronze medalist herself. Murray and Kathy, you probably have been to a GNCC event and seen them there. They travel all the time and play all over the place. I know they've definitely played some mixed doubles events on the tour. So even in this game, we're going to see, I think, some really good curling, some really good calls, and I am certainly looking forward to it. So I was naming a couple of names, but David, what are the lineups for today's game?
For the game that we're going to be focused on, and there are, of course, 4 games going, but we are focused on Sheet B, the Team Visnich versus Team Jackson game. And the lead for Team Visnich, Harley Rohrabacher. Second is Alexander Visnich. Aaron Sagers throws as vice, and Nicholas Visnich is the skip. And for Team Jackson, A.B. Hobie is the lead. Patrick Rabinold second. Kathy Jackson is the vice, and Murray Jackson the skip. Now there are 3 other games going on, and we will apprise you of the teams and scores as that goes on, but we will also keep updated on the screen for you the scores for all 4 games, so you can get a recap there. And before this match starts in a minute, I can give you a quick recap of where we are with the games to date. This is the 4th draw, so after 3 draws played in the drawdown, Team Anderson, and these are just in alphabetical order, Team Anderson sits 1 win, 1 loss. Team Clausen, 2 wins, no losses. Team Dauernheim, no wins, 1 loss. Team Dubin, 1-1. Team Fink, 0-1. Team Foster, 0-2. Team Glassner, 0-3. Team Jackson, 0-2. Team Mooney, 2-0. Hang on here. We're just going to follow the play as it begins in the first stone here. Team Pooley, 3-0. Team Shaw, 2-0. And Team Visnich, 1-1.
All right. Well, thank you for that update, David. And if you didn't catch all that, just don't forget that this game and this tournament will be shown on Curling Zone. So if you were to check out the standings, line scores, teams on Curling Zone, and while you're there, you may want to check out this other tournament going on called the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. If you're watching us instead of them, thank you very much. We really appreciate that. That's very flattering.
And a great choice.
Yes. So we already had our first rock of the game. Haley Rohrabacher threw her first one. Looks like right at the top of the house. Nick's kind of in the way. Oh, it's a really tight guard.
It's a very
really
tight guard.
Yeah, really nice shot.
Millimeters.
So Amy can't touch it.
Here comes the corner guard effort, it looks like.
And it's on. Hopefully we'll see a lot of rocks in play this end. And we already got two guards up.
Second throw for the lead here from Team Viznich.
Just taking a gander at all of the measurements out on the ice shed. Everything looks like perfect conditions. It's a balmy 40.6 degrees out there, but humidity is 50%, and the ice sheets are looking to be in the low 20s, or the mid 20s. It's 26 degrees on the ice, our surface itself, so conditions should be good.
That stone just a little much and went through. Trying to draw behind that cover and just a little fast for it.
Yeah, it's when they do this practice, David, the first end ice really kind of goes out the window.
Yeah.
Right. So first end ice is going to be pretty quick.
Yeah.
So you kind of got to get used to it really, really fast.
And probably changes quickly. So.
Indeed. You got some really good sweepers. I think it's pretty safe to say that Alex and Nick, who I are going to say they won the bench press, squat, and deadlift contest before this took place today. They're really good sweepers, so they're going to break that pebble down pretty hard, pretty fast.
Must have some already because we have another stone through. So even up after both leads have finished, and we start with our second.
Ladies are on it already. Mine's looking pretty good from my vantage point because they're holding it so well.
Yeah.
And given how tight that guard is, a tap wouldn't be the end of the world either.
No. And that's exactly
what they're going to get.
Yep. Just enough. Stone now half in.
This is Patrick Ravenel, the second for Team Jackson. Gonna throw ourselves a hit, clear up the center of that house.
A lot of weight here for the hit. And right on.
Rolled in a good
Rolling
spot.
behind that cover, but
it's the corneriest of corner guards.
Yep. Thought it might have spun into a biter, but it didn't.
Yeah,
do
I was
that.
thinking the same thing. It was pretty darn close. It really nibbled that house.
It had a little churn to it as it turned.
I like that. I like that that description. I'm going to steal that.
Okay, it's all yours. To get around that guard. Gonna hide behind that pretty nicely.
That's a real peach.
Yep. Back part of the.
Like,
right in the
right in
eight
8 foot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Murray's going to call for a hit. If he hits him right, could get them both. Given the caliber of this play, wouldn't be surprised if that happened.
We saw some doubles this morning that were pretty impressive. And the distance between the two stones was impressive. No,
I jinxed him.
You did.
Sorry, Patrick.
Actually, it moved it into a pretty perfect lineup for the guard now.
It did.
Chipped it right over there, so that's pretty axial. Going to be a tough shot.
If for some strange reason Red would have called that shot, that would have been really hard to do. It's 20% buried. I want you to now bury it 10% more. And I think that's what they did. All right, so this is the vice skip, Erin Sagers. I believe she is a North Carolina curler. Mine looks pretty good. Another tap wouldn't be too bad. A little deeper than they'd like. A little deeper than they'd like. This could give him a crotch double. But you got to execute, and that's what Murray's calling.
Okay.
Oh, on it, almost out of her hand.
Wow.
But they're holding that line pretty well from my vantage point.
Yep, I think you're right. Spot on.
There's one, and just hits the other one a little bit.
Demoted it a bit, but
yeah.
To the back of the 8-foot.
Opened things up, and she got a bonus biter out of it, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, pretty good shot by Kathy Jackson.
Yeah. All right, what's this call here, Joe?
My wager is we're probably going to come around again, or we're going to probably throw either a top 12 or a guard on the one of the back 8. Next point at the top 8. Top 8's pretty good if they get that line right. Still looks a little deep.
Little more than they wanted to guard it, but
she's on the button. So never, even if you never call a shot on the button, I'm still not going to say the button's a bad shot. You know.
So they're going to see if they maybe get the double out of this.
It's certainly possible.
Even with the roll to get behind the cover.
Yeah, she's got all kinds of
lined
options.
up for it.
All kinds of options here. Kathy's going to hit it, spill a bit over. Pretty good shot. I think she shot.
Yep, just.
Two nice hits from Kathy Jackson.
All right.
So, David, this is the, I know you were on this morning, and then you were on yesterday afternoon as well.
Yep.
Oh, very good.
Love it.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah,
we were some good curling and chat with nice people.
Oh,
what's not to like?
And you were saying, I remember we were talking before the game started too about how, well, I mean, I'm gonna humble brag a little bit about Potomac Curling Club. I think we've got a really nice setup for our webcast, and seems pretty user friendly. And you know, I think we put out a pretty good product. So
I think it's great. I didn't have anything to do with doing it, so I can say that. I'm very impressed. And the
already getting peanut gallery comments.
Yeah, tough.
Although one of them's the umpire, so I should be good. As in, like, I should behave. So Nick's going to chip that out, spill the shooter away. No harm, no foul. You know, yellow is still chasing with hammer, so it's still a pretty good shot by Nick. Yeah,
this setup gives us good quality feed, and we can pretty much follow what's going on well. I guess the only, if we want a future improvement, it's to add a little more options for some other sheets simultaneously, maybe a little more picture-in-picture look at what's going on elsewhere or something. But you can make it so complicated that laymen like us aren't going to be able to run it.
I know, right?
You know, that may not be a good thing. At least this is simple enough for even a technophobe could do this.
So Murray's going to make this red one go away. Sweepers aren't anywhere near it. Looks like he's going to hit the edge. Yeah. Oh, and spill away.
Yep.
But he still got that one biter, the top 12.
That's it. There it is.
Those things are, they always come back for you, so.
You never know.
You never know. So I guess Nick has really no choice but to draw behind that guard. I like that call.
Mm-hmm.
A little high risk, high reward.
Get a look at where that guard is, just to the right of the center line, before we follow him out of the hack with his shot. So your right view is where he's going, and the left is him coming out of the hack.
Sweepers aren't touching it at all. Could be a sign it may be a little hot, or at least a little glidey.
I think that's correct. It's going to be in the back of the house.
No, it's got a. Now it could still be one in the mid 12, and it is. It's still shot.
Yep.
So you got to go hit it, and it looks buried too.
It is pretty effectively. Yep.
Yeah, that's a pretty good spot.
Yep.
So, kind of a tough call. You could throw the heavy draw to try to tap it out. The risk, of course, being if it doesn't curl, then you're giving up a steal.
Yep.
Or you could just try to throw it to the brushers, and if it looks like they don't need to put some sweeping to it, you could just do the draw for one. Nick threw a really good shot and put making Murray think about this.
Challenge.
Yeah. Really good spot. So, I guess depending on the weight, I think they're probably talking about that now with this front end. The weight is ultra important here. All right, they're on. Like I said, he's thrown to the sweepers. It's a smart move. Because if they need to back up, they can. Get the draw for one.
They're off it now.
Yeah. Well, they're certainly not going to get the tap because it needs to come over a ton. And it's going to skirt on through.
I think you're right.
All right. Well, that was a really great last rock for Alex Visnich there. Kind of a bit of an end saver.
Okay.
All right, it's a steal of one for Team Visnich. After one, it's 1-0. Looks like an end wrapped up on sheet C. Can't quite tell. Adam's going to grab that tile. He's the one hanging it, so I'm assuming that
Team
the Dubin ring scored. Or else that's a breach of etiquette for hanging the other team's score. But Adam knows better than that, our humble club president. So they were forced to one in the first. That's 1-0 Dubin over Anderson, playing out of the Philadelphia Curling Club.
Okay. And I think that's the only.
Okay, the second end is underway with Haley Robacher in her first rock in end number 2. Looking for a tight guard. She threw a real peach of a guard last end. See if she can do it again.
Beautiful
Pretty
weight.
good. Pretty good, yeah. Really nice weight. Just didn't come over enough, but
no.
Take it.
I did it.
Well, Murray's got to come out now to get this light guard. I think they're going to get it over just barely into the advertisement. It is a corner guard by definition, so we'll count that in the scorebook.
All right, back to our second shot here.
Rock settling in to another guard. Again, good weight by Haley. And before Amy throws her second rock, we'll do a quick scoring update on sheet A. Team Shaw steals one in the first end. So it's 1-0 Shaw over the Fink rink from Broomstones.
And they should be ready to post on D here in a moment. They've finished up.
Yep, I think they just finished the hammer. That is a Clausen versus Darenheim rink game. Lots of Potomac players on that rink. Murray trying to get that in the house.
Into the 12-foot.
Wow, really nice brushing by Murray there.
Wow.
Really, really dragged that in and buried it pretty well. Great shot.
So
Nick Vizinich with his first rock and then number 2. Looks like we're just going to draw behind those 2 guards that Haley set up. Line is getting tight. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got to drag it a little bit
more.
more. Oh, good try.
Not going to be shot,
Yeah.
but it's
That finished pretty hard.
didn't quite bite.
All right, Murray wants to blow it up. I like that call very much.
Okay. Taking the explosive view.
Really happy we don't have a camera on the rock for this one because it probably would have been ruined. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them would, but this one in particular. All right, chips one away.
Oh, and gets a subtle promotion of their 12-foot stone to the middle of the 12-foot from the edge.
Is that not on? Great.
It is church quiet here.
It is. I think the earlier comments about language may have stifled normal discourse. Hope not. Let's get the normal rambunctious behavior going here. Oh, that's very nice.
Papers by, but.
Oh my goodness!
Really.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought it was going to be maybe the back of the house.
Yeah, so did I.
Right on through. Things are getting quicker.
All right, so Patrick Ravenel with his second rock in end number 2. Murray just wanted to peel that guard away. It's getting their way, so out it goes. Sweepers are on it pretty early. And it's going to curl across it. Just replacing it. So not the achieved goal. I would wager Nick would use it.
And our delay in reporting the sheet D score is because they're having a measurement over there.
Oh.
So I'm sure barn burner excitement over there, but we'll wait to hear what the outcome is. From the other side, which we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, but now we have our it's been taking a little while here. We actually have Alan McNeil, the chief umpire, heading out there right now for the measurement. Yeah, this has been taking a little longer than expected. Could be really, really close. And it's been important. This is Alan McNeil, who you may have saw him during the U.S. Curling Nationals. He was an umpire in that event. He was also at the Continental Cup as an official.
Wow.
So he's been certainly working the gamut. Also, one of our lead ice techs, Eric Clausen, is out there now on sheet D doing the measurement. So if there was any way to create drama during a measurement, they've done it.
And in the meantime,
yeah, that's right.
Team Vizinich has done a very nice draw, ending up fully in the 4-foot.
Yeah, I apologize for getting so engrossed.
Cover. Yeah, we got 4 sheets to look at. You know, who can blame us? I'm sorry you can't see them all. This is a nice take.
Yeah, really nice hit. And going to try to get behind that corner guard. Really nice hit.
Nicely done.
Boy, Kathy has thrown
that was
3 rocks and 3
around
lovely
some
hits.
cover. Yep. So we'll see what the call is here.
I think Aaron is going to try
take
it.
that out and roll in. My guess. Beautifully done, and that's going to. Oh, it just had a little too much as it came off. Couldn't stick. All right, measurement excitement is over on D. We'll let you know what they do about it in a moment.
In the meantime, Kathy's going to throw a come around that center guard. It's been sitting there for a long time. They got one in the house. I guess they might as well just go towards the center, beat Nick to the punch. So we might get a little bit of a split.
Promote, yeah.
Well, that'll work out really well, too.
Okay, so 3 in the 12-foot now.
Yeah.
After splitting that guard into position on the right side where it sits behind cover, and the 2 stones on the left side have some cover as well. You can see here from as the skip is making the call where the cover lies for that.
So we want to thank, I got 29 people currently on the web stream. Thank you all very much for watching on this lazy Friday afternoon. Again, this is the GNCC Mixed Playdowns. You're watching Murray Jackson's team out of the Triangle Curling Club against Nick Visner's team out of the Charlotte and Pittsburgh Curling Clubs. I'm Joe Hotshot Tony Rockenbach, and I've got David Mazer on the cameras and doing color commentary. We're in end number 2, and it's 1-0 Visnich over Jackson. David, they're back on sheet D looking at the measurements again.
Oh, my goodness. I'm glad we've got some real expertise to make sure it's done right then. It seems to be a pretty challenging measure.
Yeah.
They stopped at millimeters and are now at microns. When they call out the angstrom unit measurer, we'll know we're in trouble. Wow. Never seen a callback for a measure.
Neither have I.
I don't know what that means. But all right, here we are looking again at the skip making the call with the guards in the position you see them in. A high guard on the left that.
Well, Murray's team is in really good shape. Center of the house wide open, 3 rocks scoring. Nick only has 1 more to go. So it looks like he had already
some
flashed.
pressure.
Yeah. You know, we've certainly seen this time and time again, David, where, you know, successful curling teams capitalize on their opponent's errors. And
they don't have to be big errors.
Correct. Correct.
Subtle differences.
Patrick and Amy have on it pretty hard. It's looking pretty darn light.
And it's, I think, tailing off.
Yeah. I don't know if that maybe hit something or he was just pulled the string on it.
Well, that adds a little bit, as you can see, of protection, but so I assume here we're looking at a call to draw to the 8-foot undercover here.
you catch that, David?
I did. I thought that thing could slide on the inside. You take the measuring device off and you slide that so that it's on the inside for that problem.
So it literally couldn't have been in a worse spot. Yeah. So, yeah, like Chief
Okay.
Umpire McNeil said, thank goodness we don't throw anything away. We were using, I know exactly what device that is. I think it was built in 1963. So, fortunately, kudos to us for not throwing anything away. It's probably the first time that device has been used in.
Having participated in this spring's clean out,
Yeah.
where we were throwing things away, I can vouch for that we never throw things away.
Well done.
I couldn't believe the stuff that was in our shelves, drawers, boxes, stacked around. And we hauled away a lot of stuff, but clearly we kept the good things.
So this is the hammer in the second end. Murray just needs to touch paint for a 4-spot.
And he's done it. Nice shot. That's going to be actually a 4-foot.
All right, big end for the Jackson rig.
Strong finish there. So 4 for Jackson. Very nice. And after the mysterious measurement on sheet D, am I seeing a 3-spot
You
down
are
there?
correct. It is 3-0 Clausen after 1.
All right, here we go. Our lead for Team Visnich. I'm sorry, Team Jackson.
There's some more, I guess not as dramatic, but there looks like a biter bar measurement on sheet A.
Huh.
Not a common sight either. Man, we're pulling out all the stops today, everybody. And we're only through 2 ends. What could happen next?
So that ended up not a guard. That's actually, I think, just touching red.
Touching the 4-foot, yep. But a good call, up 3 already. Might as well start playing a bit defensive. I mean, granted, there's still plenty of curling to play, but it's always good to have the opponent chasing this early on. Haley's going to put up a corner guard, though, to create some offense. Oh, Dave, we've got a scoring update on sheet C. It appears that the Anderson rank just took 3 in the second.
Okay.
So that's going to make it 3-1. Anderson over Dupin. So while Haley Rohrabacher gets ready for her second shot in the third end, we're going to take a quick glance over at the biter bar possibility.
And that shot is in the 12-foot.
About maybe quarter buried. We're kind of looking at it straight from behind, and it's certainly gettable. And because that yellow one is actually the 12-foot, they can go take it. And that's the call. There goes the head pin, but unfortunately her shooter rolls to cover yellow.
Yeah. Huh.
right, I like this call from Murray. Murray's going to get rid of the rock that Haley just threw and roll over. Because that'll take away the red-yellow hit.
Ah, thinking further ahead than I was. Makes sense.
Now, you got to make sure you hit it right, though. You're going to actually hit your yellow one out. And that's the risk. But nothing's in the house, so I guess no harm, no foul.
Okay, hard sweep going here. Going for that port to get behind the guard, which they've done very nicely.
Very nice draw.
Wow, full 8 foot, 50% covered.
So again, Patrick Ravenold, his second rock in end number 3. Looking to take out that corner guard, clear things up, make it a little harder for the Visionist ring to draw behind things. Really like that call. And he's successful.
Yeah.
Good shot. And I'm having the realization that I have been calling the Pittsburgh lead Haley, which is dead wrong. Her name is Harley. So my apologies.
You're right.
So I will stop doing that. I will call her by her right name.
Maybe we needed a little bigger font on this set of notes, huh?
Or a better commentator. I think it's a user error. I'm literally looking at it in print on Curling Zone, and I'm still pronouncing it wrong. So, a lesson learned.
Okay.
I was also called out on the stream. So, thank you very much, Eric, for doing that. And yeah, there we go. In the meantime.
Okay, back 12 on this.
Utilize that guard pretty well.
Yes, indeed.
I think we're going to play the hit and roll. The way Kathy's been hitting today, can't say I'm surprised. She's throwing some really nice hits so far. Just goes across it and rolls to the other side of the house. And it over curled, and it's going to flash.
Yep.
Yeah. So, David, while we're between ends, you got a scoring update on sheet A. Steal of 3 for the Shaw rink. It's going to put them up 4-0 over Fink from Broomstones. It's 2 really good teams playing on sheet A.
Yeah.
The second, Benj Guzman, is a former United States Club national champion when he used to play at Granite in Seattle, and then also has won the GNCC clubs as a skip playing out of Broomstones. And their skip, Brian Fink, I know, is a multiple Gordon Emmett winner. Played him in Petersham this year in November, and they won it. We played them, and they beat us pretty good. So it's a good rink. And then, obviously can't forget on sheet A, Courtney Shaw has been in the U.S. Club National Championships for the women a couple of times. Julie DiBaggio, their other female player, plays out at Mayfield and has won some GLCA Club Championships. So good game over there. And now back to our action on sheet B. Kathy's going to get another crack at it. Murray's giving her a little bit more room for this shot since the first one curled quite a bit. And they're out of her hand already. And off. It says to me the sweepers did their job.
Got it.
Okay, it's going to hit the other side. No harm, no foul. Sitting shot rock. I think the sweepers did that too well.
Yeah.
Held that line too hard.
Yeah, they wanted to be in the inside. Tough call to make, though.
Indeed.
See if we're just exchanging takeouts here. It looks like that may be the case. Theirs does go on the inside, but goes a little too
Just
strongly
squirts
and
out.
rolls right out.
A good try.
Thought she had it.
All right, so looks like we're just going to do a draw behind that guard on the right side of the center line for Murray. If he sits on top of that red one, that'd be pretty nice.
Another of the few shots we've seen from that side.
Yeah, good point. Wonder if
See
the ice
how
is-
it behaves.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. It's a really good point.
It's a light-looking stone, but we'll see.
It sure does. It's hanging out there.
Not moving too much. Oh, he's got. Actually, he did very well with the weight. But
Yeah,
it
it didn't
just
move a
did
lick.
Not curl. And
That's out of play.
I misspoke for a change about weight. I thought for sure that was going to be about back 8, and it dribbled right on through, barely. No wonder I can't throw stones that go exactly where I want to for weight. I can watch it 10 feet before the end of the run and still get it wrong about where it's going to stop.
You mean you don't blame your sweepers, David? Good man. Good man.
I take the full hit. Deservedly.
We are an honest folk, us curlers, aren't we?
One of many fine characteristics of curlers that attracted me to the sport.
So Nick is just going to throw another one into the rings on the opposite side, split him up a little bit, and dare Murray to hit and roll.
Again, weight is the challenge, so let's make sure this thing is going to stop where he wants. It's going to be...
Going to be just fine.
Yep.
Back 12.
Back 12.
Split up. They're
Full
not doubleable. I just wanted to say the word doubleable.
Say it 3 times very rapidly.
Well, I can't say Harley's name right, so I think I should decline.
Okay. Discretion. All right, here we come. Drawing behind.
I think he's actually playing the hit and roll.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, you want to take one
you're
off.
You're right. You're right.
You know, you hit and roll, you kind of get the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
You take one
yeah.
off, and then but it's not going to move. So I think if yellow shot, he'll play the hit. If red is shot, he play the draw, unless he's more confident with his hits.
Well, I think yellow, my guess would be, is shot by
All right.
a micron, but I'm not Not taking that to the bank, but just looking at the.
I think you're right, David.
Put the zoom lens on again. We'll see what's. Yeah, the zoom feed on the cameras in the next capital improvement project, I'm sure.
It's going to be the hit. Nose hit should do it, and it does, and it doesn't. Oh, it hit it a little too thin, and it squirted out.
Wow.
It's, I don't know, maybe it broke later than they thought or what, but nonetheless, it's only 1 point for the Visionist rink. So 4-2 through 3 ends.
And while they're changing here, what else can we tally up on the other sheets? Got this guard, not a guard, actually going to be in the 4-foot center line. Here comes a takeout. Successful. And the house is empty once again. So you missed takeout, and we're back to
trading hits.
Take out of the guard that went in the house, and now we're back to a center guard that's a very nicely positioned center guard. Just hog.
Was that just light? I had my head down for a second. I was looking at the laptop.
Like a corner guard effort that.
You think it picked, or you think it just was light?
It was pretty light, but it also looked like it could have picked because it was over curling.
Yeah. I was hearing from some of the players the last game that there was a lot more picks than one would normally expect. So let's hope that doesn't happen in this game.
I know with the attention the ice has received,
I
don't expect that.
Neither would I. They also could have just been blaming some of their misses on ghost picks,
there
right?
There you go. That's what I do. All right. We are looking at a well-guarded center with two parallel stones. guards have now been displaced. One of them off, but the Biznich stone hung around, so.
So here's Alex Biznich with his second rock in end number 4. He's going to play a come around between those guards in the center of the house, or center of the sheet, excuse me. Sweepers aren't touching it. But from my vantage point, looks like it's going to stick around.
Back of the house.
And it does.
Back 8. All right. All right, see if I can get the bulky camera that we've been missing here restarted, and I think we are successful. So
well done.
You can watch the start here.
Don't remember if they replaced some of these overhead cameras, but at least a year or two ago, some of these cameras were 7, 8, 9 years past their life expectancy.
Wow.
So,
in technology terms, that's impressive.
it is. Great control weight hit.
Nice
Great
shot.
lightweight hit there by
Beautiful.
Patrick Rabinold.
Wow.
Nice touch. Play the freeze? Absolutely.
I think so.
Yep. It is about a 1 rock width behind the tee line, so this is definitely the right call. All right, Alex and Harley are. I'm sorry, Nick and Harley are watching that. Alex, no, I was right the first time, yeah. Alex and Harley are watching that rock carry down. Weight looks pretty good. It may need to finish a little bit.
Oh, look at this.
Not quite.
All right, but.
I thought they would have been on it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe have them finish it a little harder. But, you know, tricky little hitter for Kathy. Certainly jams all over the place. But if she also hits it the right way, she'll be in really nice shape.
Yes, yes. Get that out and sit 2 in some cover. With any luck here. Although I think players of this caliber don't rely on luck the way I do. I think something more they can put into it.
Oh, it just over curls and clips
golly,
the guard.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, you really had to put that in the right spot. You know, you hit it on the nose, you're looking good. You hit it a little bit to the outside, you're jamming. You hit it a bit to the inside, you're rolling. So, you know, it was a bit unfortunate.
Unforgiving,
Yeah, absolutely. Not a lot of room for error there.
What? Yeah, like nose is like a 9.
Now Aaron's got to throw a nice control weight hit to take this one out. Well, it's starting to lose the line, but I think the sweepers are doing a nice job of holding it, and they do. Out it goes.
Look at that. Look at that.
Great team shot.
Nice.
Good call, good brushing, good weight, good shot. You like to see those kind of shots, David.
Oh, yeah.
When everybody contributes. It's not all about just the shooter. Every shot in curling is a team shot.
Absolutely. Especially the way some of these folks sweep, it looks the full energy sweep.
No doubt. Ooh, one goes almost over the top to get the second one.
Almost.
Oh, we got a scoring update on sheet A. Did we get Well, not. No, it looks like they just turned over the third end, and
So is that
Shaw's,
6 I'm seeing?
yeah, Shaw's pouring it on with another steal of 2 this time. So Shaw's up by a touchdown after 3 ends.
And I think we're on the last stone or 2 over here on D. See what happens.
Of course, they're going to be a little behind because of that wonky measurement we had.
They're going to be almost an end behind.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So here's Nick with his first rock of end number 4. Sitting 1, back button, without hammer. I think a centerline biter would be the best. I think that's what they're calling, but it looks a bit deeper. It's going to float into the top 8. Good line.
Yeah, beautiful.
Line was really important there. It isn't to say he can't get them both. I mean, he certainly can if he hits it the right way, but they're a little bit straighter than they look pretty straight, but it's still he still could get both of them out, but it's not going to be easy.
Here you can see the lineup in the left part of your screen that he's looking at, where the guard is and where the two are lined up.
So after this end is over, all the teams will go in for a 5-minute mid-game break. Unlike other competitive curling, this mixed discipline is 8 ends instead of 10. There goes the head pin. There goes the other one. Nope, it's going to stick around.
Still.
Back 4.
It's a nicely thrown stone.
Very nicely thrown stone. However, this does give Viznich to play a hit, and then if they nose it and stick one in the center of the house, that's going to give a really tricky draw for Murray, because they'll have to go behind cover and get full 4-foot.
So here's a look at that layout for you again on the left side. The view from the shooter's world.
Don't think we should be putting GoPros on the shooters' heads. Maybe a little distracting.
Yeah, yeah, I think so. I'm a traditionalist at heart. Lot of weight.
Great spot.
Nice.
Great shot.
Very nicely done.
All right, so Murray's looking at a double here. You can see, you know, where he needs to hit that red rock to make them both go away. I guess if he hits it thin enough and hard enough, maybe it spills after the blank, but it looks like to me they're going to be getting one out of this.
Yes.
So if that's the case, it's a really good end for the Viznich rink, just to throw that force out. I want to thank everybody again watching on the YouTube stream. This is the GNCC Mixed Playdowns here at the National Capital Curling Center. So thanks again for tuning in. This is Murray Jackson throwing the hammer in 4th end, up 4-2. Goes 1. Oh, and he's going to spill a shooter out too, so that's a steal of 1.
Yep, there we go.
All right, so after the halfway through, we got ourselves a tight one. Team Jackson 4.
Barn burner for sure.
That's what we like to see. They know they're doing this for the cameras, right? They
There
want to
you
give
go.
them a blowout. So thanks, guys, for making it a good game. You're making it a very
They're
good
going
game.
to take their 5-minute break, so we'll, in the meantime, look around, see if any of the other scores have been posted. They have not posted on D, even though they are into their 4th end. The 3rd end is not up. Oh, yes, it is now. I think I'm seeing Team Dauernheim with breaking into scoring with a point. So it's 6-1 Clausen over Dauernheim right now at the end of 3. Am I seeing that right from here?
You are correct. You are correct. So thank you, Ice Crew, for volunteering and helping out today. As always, as we all know, curling takes a lot of volunteer hours to make these things work, and we certainly have a good group of volunteers this weekend. I want to give, of course, a big shout out to the chief umpire, Alan McNeil, who's pretty much going to be here all weekend, and his crew. I also want to give a shout out to the chair of the event, Kevin White, who will be here. Plus, thank you again to all of our bartenders and timers and people helping out in the warm room, and then us plucky little people who just sit here behind the mics and talk all game. So the game on sheet C between Dubin and Anderson has just concluded their 4th end. Red's going to take 2 on a really nice tap. So it's going to be 4-3 Anderson over Dubin at the 4th end break.
All I got to do is sit here and bullshit with Joe for a while with a microphone on.
So the other 2 games still going on are outside sheets on A and D. The A game is Shaw versus Fink. This is a Potomac and a Mayfield rink against Broomstones. And then on sheet D, we've got Dauernheim. All 4 of those players play out of Potomac, and they're taking on Clausen. Hopefully anybody who knows something about curling here on the East Coast is familiar with that last name. That's Hunter, the eldest of the 3, is the skip, and the youngest brother, Eli, is the second. Hunter is a former mixed champion. Won it 2 years ago with his brother, Caleb, and 2 ladies out of Minnesota. So, which kind of leads me to talk about, David, the depth and talent of the participants in this playdown.
Absolutely.
It's competitive. There are some really, really good curlers, and I know I touched on it earlier in the broadcast, particularly some of the players here on sheet B, but that isn't to say players from other rinks also have not been. They've been very, very successful so far in curling. Probably the biggest names we've got other than Hunter is Caitlin Pooley, who's a 7-time national medalist.
7?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yep. She won U.S. Nationals, I think, in 2011, and then was an alternate another year. They're on top of the standings on their side of the bracket, so can't say I'm terribly surprised. But that's a really, really deep team. But enough jibber jabber about that. Let's get back to the action
Yeah,
here
we got
on
the first stone
5th
already
end.
down there.
Already down.
Oh, you're going to do the same thing again. We're going to try.
Looks like a pretty sweet center guard.
Again.
Are we on far?
Yep.
Thank you.
Harley's got that 3-guard weight down pretty cold. a good something you always want to see in a league.
Yeah.
That way you can, set things up pretty well. Harley's also a USA Curling National medalist. Her team won bronze a couple years ago at the Arena Nationals. And she curls out of our good friends from Pittsburgh. Wonderful club.
And we do have the corner guard there now. A little higher.
Dave, did I overhear you're going to be traveling to an event in a couple weeks?
Going to the Dykes next week.
Yes, yes. One of the highlights of the GNCC calendar. And what exotic?
Perfect for us rookies.
What exotic city are you going to?
Schenectady.
Yes.
It's actually Schenectady and Albany clubs sharing the hosting. So everyone's been telling me what a wonderful experience I have to look forward to.
Sure do. I do want to make one little point about Schenectady. You saw on their homepage they are looking to fundraise for a new chiller. They have some parts of their equipment that are like 100
years old. I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. So for anybody watching, if your budget allows, it may be nice to make a small donation to the Schenectady Curling Club to make sure that they continue to have that wonderful ice up and ready. I mean, that club's been around since 1906, and we would like it to last 100 years more.
Now, from a financial standpoint, if you prorate the cost of a chiller over 100 years, you can end up with a pretty economical purchase.
Ain't
I'm
that
not sure
the
what
truth?
they're aiming for the next one to last, or if you could get a loan that'll cover that kind of period. But it's not the way we buy our cars, is it?
Like normal down. I just want you to catch it right here.
One of my cars is 10 years old and still going strong.
Oh, nicely done.
Yeah, really nice shot by Alex. So still got a center guard to work with. I like that call, Murray. I don't know if you heard that. He wants a 9-5, so we're just going to peel that thing off.
Nice.
Perfect peel.
As planned.
Shooter sticks around, but only by definition. Kind of in a little bit of a no man's land out there.
Yeah.
Looks like I oversaw on sheet A that the Fink rink had a draw for 1. So that's going to be 6-1 at the midway point. Shaw over Fink.
All right, we'll mark that up. Get around this guard.
They're trying their darndest.
Worried.
They did.
Yeah.
Excellent
Sweep is
brushing.
good for the weight too.
Yeah.
So they're almost touching white.
Aaron and Harley really made that shot. And I'm watching it a little bit on the stream too, and there's a nice delay, so it's almost like watching a nice little instant replay.
Absolutely.
So that was certainly worth seeing a second time. Oh, just barely glances off of that yellow rock.
Heartbreaker.
Yeah, that was close.
That was a nice shot, but so again, we'll look at what we're seeing here. We've got that singular stone in the house in the 12-foot on the left. And you can see where he's calling for it. And the right hand 8 or 12 foot range.
Just split him up. And make him chase. It's like a lot of handle on this one. Sweepers aren't near it.
Right.
Hopefully it'll dig in. Well, if you're rooting for red, hopefully it'll dig in. We, of course, are, neutral.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are Switzerland.
Well,
great shot.
It is. I think they were trying to split things a little more.
Yeah.
But that will still serve them pretty well. Had the weight just perfect.
Yeah, the weight was dead on.
Trying to double this, or
I think at least hit and maybe set it up in front so they can pop it out with their next rock. I think that's the call. Double would be really thin. But Murray called it right out of Kathy's hand. But she she got it. All right, just barely by a whisker. By a whisker.
Bring it up here. We'll play to here. If it's heavy, then we'll tap.
All righty, Erin Sagers with her second rock, and number 5. Vizinich has a nice rock sitting center line, top 4-ish. This looks a little out in the weeds, unless they're throwing that draw. I missed the call. My apologies.
I think it's going through.
It's definitely going through. All right, he's going to set up an open hit for Kathy Jackson, who has continued to be hitting really well. I'm looking at handshakes on sheet D. Yeah, because Clausen just scored a pile of points.
Looks like they have 4 in the house there.
Yeah. Yep. So that's a 10-1 final on sheet D.
Wow. All right, let's see where we're going with this hit. Nosing. Nope.
And it's spilling out. Fine, it's just it's okay. You got a nice open house. You've got the hammer. You only got 2 rocks left.
Yep.
Spilling way in the corner would have been fine, but spilling out, or going out to the corner would have been fine. But spilling out, not the end of the world. Goal 1 was to get rid of it, and she did.
Happy with the line. Let's see.
All right, sitting T-line.
Yep. I think that's just what they wanted to do.
There really isn't much to come behind, so that's probably the best they could possibly have done. I mean, it's it's going to be really hard to tuck it behind those very corner guards.
There's no way there. You're going to be exposed.
Mm-hmm. So Murray, of course, is just going to go and get rid of it. Just hit it out and then let the shooter fall where it may.
Nice.
goes. Oh, wow.
Stuck around. He's
stuck around. He's
fighting behind that cover a bit.
Whoa, the guard that I was just speaking about.
Huh.
Great shot. That's, you got to draw now. You can't hit it out. So he's going to try to draw a nuzzle right next to it. That was an excellent shot by Murray Jackson. I think that rolling behind was kind of the bonus, because that was not easy to do, and he made it look easy. So Alex and Harley are not touching it at all. Could be
going
a sign
through.
It's going to go through.
I think it is.
And it is. Okay, so Murray's got the hammer. All he's got to do is touch the vinyl.
Yeah.
So Patrick and Amy got on it pretty quick. Says to me, threw it to their sweepers, which is the wise move when you're looking for this type of shot.
Yeah.
Now they're off of it. That's a good sign. Now they're on it. That's a good sign. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
A little much.
No, we're good. Great shot by Murray Jackson.
Look at that. Look at that.
It's going to be back top, back four.
Looks like a Skips rock shot.
Indeed.
Wow.
All right. So after 5, it is 6-3, Jackson over Visnich. Murray had a really good end, keeping it nice and open, making the hits when they needed to. So it has a well-deserved 2. So 3 ends to play. Team Visnich needs to really needs a deuce, at least. You need to skip. You really couldn't ask for a nicer setup for your hammer.
Yep. Rachel roll. Rachel roll.
No sweeping here. All right.
Don't hate it. I don't mind coming in. I don't know if that was. I don't think that was actually the call, but I still don't mind coming in. But Nick needs to generate some offense, so he's going to throw up a corner guard here. This is Harley Rohrbacher throwing her first rock in number 6. She's been almost robotic with her guards today.
Yeah, they've been impressive. I don't know if robotic is the complimentary term we're looking for, but I catch your meaning. Very, very consistent, especially with weight. She's been right there with weight.
Yeah.
That's pretty perfect.
It's tough to get them both. I say just take the top one.
machine-like precision. How
That's it.
about
That's a little more
There we go.
complimentary sounding.
Yes. Now, Patrick and Kathy are working really hard to get this one over. I think they've
I think
succeeded.
they'll get it over. I think they want to get it deep enough and to stop it from over curling, which it's doing a bit. Because I don't think it's going to. Let's see the line. It's enough forward. You can't really.
Where's our on ice camera guy?
Yeah. You can see it's just over the hog line there to the right of the center line from this view.
Ooh,
Got around
fins it by.
and noses it.
Great shot.
Beautiful. Beautiful shot.
Let's see it again. He says Murray. And I like that call because I like that shot. I would love to see it again.
More excitement getting around the guard.
So that early. They're holding it. They're holding it.
Close.
Great shot.
Oh, wow.
There it is. Spills away. Not a big deal.
And an empty house again.
So Viznich is going to draw behind that lovely guard that Harley threw up.
And this
Looks pretty good.
pretty good. Look at that.
Wow, that went farther than I thought.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been like T-line.
Still biting. So I think they're going to draw down to sit on that, looks like.
That's got to check down and move over.
It's not going to do.
Oh, close, close.
Yeah.
So before Alex throws his next rock, we'll do a quick scoring update on sheet C. Anderson takes 2 in the 5th end. That's going to be 5 to
1.
5 to 1. Oh no, actually it's 5 to 3. We were a little behind on that score. Our apologies. So Dubin took 2 in the 4th with a tap. That's right. They took 4. They took 2 in the 4th, and then Anderson counters with a 2 in the 5th. So the score there is 5 to 3, and they're in the 6th end.
Maybe one of us needs to get a refraction. I'm looking at 6 to 3, not 5.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel better as an ophthalmologist about the refraction thing, that my glasses are okay and yours are failing you a little. Come and see me sometime. Nah, I'm retired. Don't worry. I won't threaten you with that.
So Kathy's going to try to get rid of this one that was drawn to the top 12. I feel like I've said this again and again, but if she hits it right, she may get them both. It's not going to be easy. Oh, this looks pretty good.
I think she's got it.
Whew. Oh, nope.
Oh, just off.
Almost. Good hit, though.
Lovely.
So Aaron's going to try to park one behind that corner guard. They're trying to hold that line. It's going to be close. I think they're going to wreck.
Fall into the guard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just a little short.
I think a little light is what got it there. Didn't get around. Wouldn't have got.
Oh, we got a scoring update on sheet A, David. Looks like the Fink team stole one in the 5th.
So that'd be 6-2.
That is correct.
All right.
Trying to claw their way back out of a 6-point hole. 1 point at a time. To a point. You can't keep doing that. You're going to run out of ends. Patrick and Amy working really hard to drag this rock into the house.
Got all
I
three.
think they're doing it.
They did.
They sure did. But it's probably going to overcurl and pop out the other side. Good try. No, I was about to ask, could you see any? And then she said, yeah. So thanks, guys. So nice. So nice they are. I mean, that guard certainly is high enough where you could easily get around it.
Yes, you see up here.
Heard Alex say board plus. That's a good weight for this type of shot. There it goes. Really nice. Nice touch.
Very nice.
I'm always a big fan of those nice finesse hits.
Yeah.
You know, people like to see those peel weight triples. Me, I'm more of a, let's just, nice and precision.
Something less like a billiard break shot and a little more like a draw.
Yes. I like the quadruple peel as much as anybody, but I'm kind of keen on these two.
Yeah, I still play those replays from YouTube of, you know, the top 10 triple and quadruple.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's one thing to make them. It's one thing for the skip to even see them.
Yeah.
You know? Like, how can you see all these rocks are going to spill away? Well,
it's
they
so
did.
convenient on TV because they draw all those arrows of the various interconnections before the throw. That's very convenient.
Yeah, nice telestrator would be pretty sweet, wouldn't it?
Another part of the capital improvement program that we can.
I hope one of the 39 people watching this is 40. Yeah, we're up to 40. Is taking these down, and they can just email the notes to the curling club. And we just lost our 40th. Son of a gun. I spoke too soon.
The very thought of such a responsibility caused him to sign off.
Should have kept my mouth shut, David. So as you can see, Visionich is sitting one with a pair of corner guards and the hammer. Pretty good shape so far.
Right.
Wisely thrown to the sweepers. Harley and Alex are on and off it. Line looks good from our vantage point behind the glass.
It does.
The best place to talk
Look
about
at
curling.
that. Just perfect.
Great weight.
Great line, great weight. That was a very nice shot. That will help their cause.
Indeed.
Since they're down 3 going into this end. This could be a big rallying cry for them. All right, so.
So I guess Murray called the freeze. This is a bit tricky. You want to make sure you really nail this. If you do are a little bit heavy and tap and roll open, that's going to give Nick an open hit for 3. But if you are able to freeze and bury that, then Nick will be in a bit of a pickle to score more than 1. And the rocks away. Front end, Amy Hobby and Patrick Rabinold are sweeping hard. Oh, it's looking really good. We're going to have to really drag that down.
Is it going to chip? Oh, my goodness.
Pretty good shot. Pretty good shot. That's going to take that back 12 biter out of play. Probably the best that Murray could have done. Really good shot. So Alex has a draw for 2. Just needs to get 8 foot or better.
Yeah, I think the risky play to try and do anything about that yellow stone to go for 3 isn't going to work.
Yeah. So this is Alex Visnich drawing, taking a draw for 2 here at end number 6. You are watching the GNCC mixed playdowns here at the National Capital Curling Center, home of the Potomac Curling Club. Again, I'm Joe Hotshot Tony Rockenbach and David Mazer are on the cameras. And it's a lovely Friday afternoon, and we're here watching some curling. It's a good spot to be.
It certainly is the way to spend the day.
They're going to get it.
Yeah, got it. Nice. So, yeah,
They got it. All right,
they
great
got it.
draw by
All right,
Nick.
So we're back to barn burner status with it 6-5. All right. We'll switch cameras, get ready for number 7 here. So why is this an 8-end instead of a 10-end tournament at this level?
My guess is, and I don't know this for sure, is that it's a relatively newer discipline, and there's always been talk about how USA Curling wants to maybe shorten the games a little bit. So
Okay.
maybe they figured let's start these for 8-end games instead of making them go to 10. You know, that's just a theory of mine. I really don't know the reason.
It makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it does make for a shorter game, so. And it's only just got world status just a couple of years ago. Prior to, I think, 2013, the farthest you could go here was the Nationals. But,
So this is the way we started recently with a lead that's center line 8 foot. See what happens to it.
So thanks for all the comments, everybody. Lauren, I see your question. You just go to curlingzone.com, and you will find the results of the GNCC mix, showing all the team rosters, line scores, standings. And while you're over there, you can also take a gander at a little thing called the Scotties Tournament of Hearts. That's going on as we speak right now as well from Sydney, Nova Scotia. And if you haven't checked out that site before, I highly recommend it. It's got all things good curling in it.
What's that website again, Joe?
Curlingzone.com. So whoever is posting these to Curling Zone, we thank you. Somebody's got to do it, and it's not us.
Okay, continuing the exchange of takeouts. So I think, Joe, we're seeing a good illustration with that takeout of why they made the free guard zone rules in the first place.
Yep.
These people at this skill level are so reliably going to take stones out that this back and forth can continue indefinitely.
Indeed. Yeah, that's a very, very good point. Yeah, I guess.
And I think from a spectator sport view, obviously the free guard zone adds some lively play and full houses. Here, this is a choice made strategically to do this. Oh, we finally did see one that did not have its intended outcome, I believe. Just to show first that we could jinx them with our comments.
We've done that more than once today, I think, right?
But secondly, that they're very, very good but human. So getting rid of your mechanical comment earlier, which I'll still hold you accountable. Look at this, spot on again.
So maybe they're cyborgs, part human, part
somewhere between the Terminator and.
But if I'm Murray, I'm liking a nice open house right now. I certainly think a blank would be great.
Yeah. This is the 7th, so.
Yeah. This is kind of the ways whenever I'm telling new people or teaching new people the concept of blanking an in on purpose. This is kind of an example I would use. You know, you have the hammer into the 7th. You've got a small lead. You know, it's more important to keep the hammer sometimes than to actually score a point. So. In this case, I think Murray's very happy with the way this end is starting to turn out.
Okay. Got one put back. How about that for a skip straw shot?
Yes, that would give you a hammer.
Remember that when called upon. Continue these.
They're just padding their stats right now, I think, David.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I don't know that they needed much padding.
You're exactly right about that. This has been a very well thrown game by both teams.
So maybe that's why in Pizza League or TGIF League we don't keep stats. Huh? Could be ugly.
I still don't quite get it. Some of the statistics they keep.
I don't either.
Yeah.
You watch it at high level play, you see somebody make a lot of wonderful shots, and you look up and it says 76%.
Yeah.
And you think, where'd that come from?
Uh-oh. So we have a flash, our first flash of the end. It's handshakes on sheet A. Courtney Shaw just made a nice draw for 2 in the 6th, so they are going to win that game and go to 3-0. The final score 8-2 over Brian Fink and his team from Broomstones. So we got 2 games left. Looks like I guess you could call it a scoring update on sheet C. There was a blank in the 6th, so the scores, of course, numbers don't change. Meanwhile, back to our game. Kathy Jackson is now going to throw another one into the house. With that flash, I guess the strategy has shifted a little bit for Murray. Now he's looking to score more than 1.
Splitting the house here.
That's a really good spot. That's a really good spot. I don't know, David, like we've been saying before, there's been a lot of really good rocks thrown this game, but if I had to have a Moosehead Lager curler of the game, I think I'm going to give it to Kathy. She's been throwing really nice hits, really nice draws, calling really good line for Murray.
Good weight.
Pulling out all the stops today.
Okay, got that.
It's going to hit 1 and spill. So Murray's calling for a split house. Certainly makes sense to me. It's definitely the right call.
There's the look at the house to be split.
Oh, it did pick. Murray already saw it, and I agree. It's really starting to fall off the sheet. But the goal is just to get it to the left side of the house and in. So
I think they're going to
they could get lucky here and make
I think they're going to just touch blue.
Lemonade out of lemons. That's a perfect spot.
Yeah.
I don't think the cross house doubles there, David.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's the 7-10 split done in curling.
Yeah.
That's pretty perfect. Wow.
Yeah, I think if the although if the pins were 12 feet wide, that would be a really boring game, wouldn't it?
And I don't know if anybody knows bowling references anymore. Anybody bowl anymore?
Actually, I saw it on TV actually a couple. It was the last
Really?
weekend, I think.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. Just flipping channels and stumbled upon it, and I thought to myself, this is probably the first time I've seen bowling on TV in quite a while. I mean, I'm a good guaranteed 115 bowler.
That sounds like my game.
Yeah. I will say, if you ever get up to Broomstones, if you ever need to go kill some time, I know a good candlepin bowling place relatively nearby. If you ever thrown those.
I've seen them. I've never done it.
It is a different game.
I'm sure it is.
Anyway, back to the action on sheet B.
They're going to sit on that. Oh, I think that stone is shot.
I think you're right.
In the back 12
I think you're
by an inch.
Yeah, really close, but I think you're right. That's a great shot. So
I thought they were trying to sit on that right-hand yellow stone, but this may actually be more useful. I don't know. We'll see what they decide to do about it.
I guess it would just be with that ice, kind of a heavy draw. Just tap it out. Don't need to move it too much.
No.
I mean, the only risk is if he comes across it, Nick could have a tricky outside double. But if he throws the right weight, probably throws back house, maybe back line, hit thick, roll the shooter over to the center of the house. That may be a pretty good outcome. But it looks like he's going to probably take control. Probably my guess. Maybe Hackish. Nonetheless, it's got to go.
A lot of weight.
Yeah,
It's
way
more
more
than
than I would have
control,
thought.
yeah.
Indeed it is. Ooh. Okay.
Got it and stuck.
Got it stuck. But now, like I had mentioned earlier, I guess Nick is. I guess he's just going to play maybe the freeze. That's definitely the safer shot. If he nuzzles into them, that's going to be Murray draw for 1. And the way the end was shaping up, that's probably one of the best outcomes Nick and his team could have had.
Yeah, he wants to be safe here because if he misses this,
Yeah, you're right.
they
To
have
draw
a-
for 4 in its
yeah,
game.
that will be curtains.
So yeah, I like this call. Yeah, I retract my statement. Even taking an attempt at that double would have been really dumb. That's why whenever I play competitively, it's front end.
This is curling a lot.
It is.
So
It's going to sit second. So what do you do here? I guess if you
if you take it out,
you take it out, you get 3.
if you could take it out and just roll,
Yeah, just roll. You got a lot to work with.
Take it out gently.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah. I mean, both things are on his side. It doesn't need to move too much, and he's got a lot of house to work with to roll. And if he gets a 4 spot here, that's going to be quite a mountain for Viznich to climb if
Yeah.
they're even going to do it.
yeah,
But, hey, he's got to make it, right?
yeah.
He's only sitting 1 right now. I mean, Nick in his defense did put a lot of pressure on Murray to make this.
Yes. Yes, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, same weight, Mur. We'll just get on it right away. Yep. Yep.
All right, let's see what we get from this.
Yep.
It's got to move. It's got a
Lot of
lot. I think
weight.
a little more weight than they wanted because it is not moving. He picked it out, though. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Really snap at the end there. Murray
Woo.
makes a nice hit for 3.
What a shot.
Woo. All right. Is that handshakes? That's handshakes. Murray Jackson closes it up. That's an excellent, excellent game by both teams. Somebody's got to win. In this case, it's Murray Jackson and his team out of
Very
the
well played.
Triangle Curling Club. So that's a final.
And we're having handshakes on C as well.
Oh, I
Let's
wager
look
then.
to see
Anderson was up pretty. Was up
6-3.
Yeah. So I'd wager Anderson's going to come out victorious with that one too. They will hang the score, so we'll let you know what that score is. Oh, they did. So they got 2 more. That's going to be an 8-3 final. So I guess that's going to conclude our broadcast. David, great game.
It's been fun.
It has been fun. Good
Do it
curling
again.
commentary.
Enjoyed it very much.
Thanks again for watching, everybody. We'll have our next game on at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. The game is Pooley versus Fink here on Sheet B. So, again, thanks a lot for watching, and we'll see you next time.